Well, it depends on the weavers, or it depends on the craft. For example, I remember in Lake Cebu, when they're making the tinalak, it's a community parang effort. Like the men would get the abaka, they would harvest the abaka, tapos the women are the ones weaving it and then designing it. And then when it's done, kasi they have to wash it pat sa river talaga eh. I think the women are also doing it, or like the kids. And then when it comes to ironing the tinalak, where in the top of the cowrie shell they iron it, they bolt the cowrie shell up to the ceiling, tas parang pinaplansya nila ng ganon. So that's the men. So men din yung gumagawa nun. So it's a really collaborative effort. And I find that really nice and interesting kasi it's a community effort. And which makes sense because the community is also very proud of their indigenous craft. So nowadays, it's really nice to see that, when you go to, for example, a pop-up or like a bazaar and an exhibit, you'll see that a lot of younger Filipinos are starting to appreciate the Filipino weaves. So that's really nice because, for example, I remember when I was starting, like majority of my clients are expats. Um, because back then, like only the expats or the foreigners are really appreciating like the native products. But now it's so nice because the younger generations are very much into the love local movement. So that's good, and that's a big help for the weavers because the more we support it, the more their craft is surviving. So it's not a dying craft anymore, but they still need a lot of support from the designers, from also the, I don't know, the buyers, but also from the government. So yeah, it's still a long way to go, but I'd like to think that we're getting there. Essentially, you support the weavers not only by buying what they produce, but also by learning, and learning why they do it, and also by um, promoting it, by annotating it, by saying that I bought this from this tribal community, from this is from this indigenous community, by honoring them. Not annotating, actually, that's a proper term. You honor them, you honor their craft by mentioning it, by saying it, because when you do that, that create you're educating like the public, or like your clients to know more about the culture of these people. So it doesn't just stop when you buy when you buy their fabrics. You have to honor it by telling people about it. So when I went to Lake Cebu, and then I live in the School of Living Tradition, then I was able to talk to Barbara Ofong, and oh my God, I was able to learn and to appreciate deeply her passion for making tinalak. So that really changed me because I really saw like how passionate they are. Like, for example, there are some designs that she's not even allowed to speak or to sleep with her husband because the design is so intricate, it will mess up her focus. So I was like, that's really dedication. That's culture and passion combined. So I remember thinking, I was like, oh, these are people who are really, I don't know, attuned to their culture and to their arts. And I really, really respect that. So for our part, speaking again from my experience, not just as a designer, but also as a buyer, um, the best way to support them is to really buy, to really buy from them directly, and to learn their culture when we buy, and to appreciate it, to spread the word, and to, yeah, to promote slow fashion, which is what they're doing. It's a very intensive work. So we honor it by wearing it proudly, by telling the story of the weavers. So we should all do that.